Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, a follow-up on that 994 that arrived this afternoon. As you see, it is up and running. Now, I haven't done anything with the shell yet, or the push rods, but I pulled the motor, replaced the light bulb, cleaned the armature and the brushes, and the problem, the intermittent problem, was the wire going to the main contactor was broken, and it had been broken for years, and someone had just stripped it off, stuck it through the hole, and basically twisted it around the contactor. So once I resoldered the contactor, the problem was solved. So this motor is running just absolutely splendidly. So I want to do a quick follow-up video on this. Forward and reverse with no problems, no hesitation, no buzzing. This thing runs just absolutely splendidly. So I'm going to put it back on the consist. We're going to take this around. Now this thing is running better than I ever anticipated it was going to. And let's take this around so you can see this thing run. So the nice thing about it is you can run it slow, which is really actually quite incredible. As you can see, that's running at about 30% power, 25% maybe, at an absolutely constant speed all the way around the rail. You can see I replaced the light bulb, a little bit of judicious cleaning and tweaking. Cleaned the brushes and the armature, a few drops of oil, resoldered that wire on the main contactor, and as you see, this locomotive is just running absolutely splendidly. That's pulling 16 cars at 25% power at a constant speed all the way around the rail. Let's take this up to 40% power. I can't run it at 50%, it'll derail. Okay, there's 40% power. So this locomotive runs just absolutely splendidly. $10 and I was the only bidder. Really difficult to account for that. And this locomotive was on eBay for a full 7 days and no one bid on it but me. And it just makes you wonder why. You know, as I always stress, if you're looking at a locomotive, try to look past the paint and the oxide and the grunge on it and look at the locomotive itself. In this case, as you can see, it's in very, very good condition. There's oxide on it, yes. But remember, first of all, it's 70 years old. Secondly, if you noticed, even on the edges, there is no scuffing or play wear. So this hasn't had much runtime. It's been sitting someplace for years and years and years. So I'll pull the motor back out and dunk this down into a sink of hot soapy water, give it a good bath, let it dry, touch up the few spots of the paint that need touching up. There's one here. There's a big rub spot there. That's probably where it was sitting in the box for years and years and years. One spot there, a little scratch there. That is it. So I can touch that up, oil this paint, and this is going to look really, really great. It's never going to look new, but of course it's 70 years old. Then as far as the push rods, put a couple of drops of oil on this, let it soak for an hour, take a razor blade, you'll scrape this down to the bare steel, and this locomotive is going to be just absolutely magnificent, considering it's 1950, and I picked it up for $10. And I was the only bidder on it. It just makes you wonder. I scratch my head sometimes when I see a really decent locomotive in fairly decent condition and no one bids on it. I don't understand that. In any case, this is running just absolutely perfectly, as you can see. And you can run it slow, and it maintains a constant speed all the way around the rail. As you can see, that's about 20-25% power. I mean, how do you beat that? You can't. It is running just absolutely perfectly. As you can see. So it was definitely worth the $10. There's no doubt about that. So a bit of cleanup, and this is actually going to be a really, really nice 994. I have 7 of these things now. You know, this is the largest locomotive that Marx made, physically the largest one. It's actually bigger than a 333. But it's just a big giant stamping with a single reduction motor in it. In any case, I just want to do a follow-up video. And again, this reinforces everything I say. Don't overlook the junk. $10 and I was the only bidder, and this thing is running just absolutely splendidly. Forward and reverse. And took 10 minutes. Cleaned the brushes, cleaned the armature, resoldered the wire on the contactor. That was basically it. Oiled the wheel bearings, and once I get the shell cleaned up, this is actually going to look quite respectable. So anyway, just a quick follow-up video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.